Were them stones cold?
Room temperature.
There's no point in putting them on. Fuck's sake. Which one are you going for?
Sure, we'll start with that.
That's because you like this one. This is the Ballykeefe Distillery single malt Irish whiskey. You tried this in my house and this is the one you liked.
Sure I did.
Get that into here.
Oh,
What do you think of that?
I think I got it all.
I'm going to try the Connacht whiskey. Connacht. Oh yeah, there's the camera. Camera 1. Because it's good.
You're like all the people at the rugby matches.
I know. Make love to that.
Jesus.
Don't be making a big deal over it, Mick.
Okay.
By the way, Mick is you're a virgin to the podcast thing.
Absolutely.
And I forced him. Because if we're going to have a few drinks, I said we might as well have a few drinks and talk shy here.
And record it.
Yeah. Oh, you're putting the red in it.
I don't know, am I?
Try it. Well, you've tried it the other way. You might as well. Maybe it'll be easier drinking. I probably put too much whiskey in it for it to make a difference.
That's true.
Try it. I've never heard of putting red into whiskey.
No, I usually drop water, like.
Do you want water?
Have we water?
I can get you water.
Get a drop of water.
You talk away to everyone. This will be a cut. So, when I'm asking you all these questions now, you're going to think, why is he asking me this?
You know all these answers.
All these answers.
Dickhead.
But Mick is not related to me, kind of. Are we? Everyone
I
always
say
asks.
no, because, well, sometimes I say yeah, because it's just easier.
Yeah.
But, no. You have to go back. I don't know. How far
You'd have to go back a long way.
Yeah.
But his name is Mick Cuddy, no relation. And you're probably one of my oldest friends for your sins. Maybe it's
Longest. It's not the oldest.
Well, we're old now.
We are old.
I know. It's some pain in the hole.
Isn't it?
Yeah. But, so you listen to the podcast?
All the time.
All the time. You couldn't say anything else. But it's funny because people that often ask, you know, I'm at the timber there, I'm after starting at the timber, and how long are you at it, and how did you get started at it? And for us, getting started at timber was kind of a given.
Was been born.
Right, Mick, what was your father? What was his job?
My father worked in Bordemona. He drove a lorry for a lot of years, and then he got redundancy, and he went to the timber.
What age would
And
you
he's
be?
a farmer.
And he's a farmer. But everyone around our place is a farmer or worked at Bordemona or worked at the timber.
Yeah.
It was a Camrus Killinure thing.
Yeah.
Killinure is for anyone who doesn't know, is what way does that work?
Well, sure, it's Cameras Parish.
Yeah.
It's just like, the other side is like Cameras School Rain,
Yeah.
Kilnure.
Were they always, I
It's
suppose,
another school, church.
Yeah.
It's not a big place by any means.
And you went to Killinure School.
I did, yeah.
And you have how many in your family?
2 brothers and 2 sisters. 5 of us.
5 of you. And when your father went at the timber, what was he at? Cutting.
Chainsaw. Horse. Yeah.
Can you remember that?
Oh,
You
yeah.
can. You can remember the horse.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I always follow the horse.
Really?
Yeah. You follow it down the wood and unhook the chains, and you thought you were doing something, but really the horse was so well trained, he just went back up.
Did Damien and Shane go with your father to the wood?
Yeah.
Did you like school?
Hate every day of it.
With a passion.
With a passion.
Did you go?
From junior infants.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
You can remember back then?
Oh, Jesus, I remember crying my eyes out. I hate it.
And you were the baby of the house.
Yeah.
But what age did you leave school?
Well, officially when I was 16, but I just didn't go.
And what did you do when you weren't going?
I went to the wood.
You went to the bog first?
No, at the bog. I was actually 16 when I went to the bog. I only went to the bog for a summer.
With Martin?
Yeah.
Driving the hopper?
Yeah, a brand new 8360 New Holland. 1998.
Go away. Was that brand new?
Brand new. Out of the box.
You were the jammiest bastard with new gear. And you only a chap.
Yeah, I suppose.
And did you not like the bog?
Yeah, but the bog's only a season.
And then you were told to go home. Had a taste of the money.
That was it.
Didn't want to go back.
To where?
School? Or had you left school?
Oh no, I was gone at that stage.
So what? Did your mother mind you leaving school?
Oh God, she did, yeah.
What did you just say? I'm not going.
Yeah. It just wasn't for me. I knew everything at that stage.
Yeah, if your chaps now said to you,
Oh, sure, look.
at 16.
No.
But what did you do? What was your first job?
Well, like, depends on what way you look at it. I always went to the wood. From the time I was very young, we always went to the wood. And harmless stuff like, you know, the usual thing, the can of dye on the boats.
Yeah.
All that, the horse, then you'd be just following the horse up and down the wood, hooking him. And the horse was so well trained, the horse did.
So what did you have to do? Just walk in behind him?
You walked in behind him, you hooked him up to the poles, trees, whatever you want to call them.
How did he know where to go?
Because he was so well trained.
Well, he'd just go wherever the...
Once he was hooked, he just took off down the track. And as fast as you could run after him, like, he'd be gone, he'd land out of the road.
And would he stop at the timber?
Yeah.
Like, was the lad sawing timber where he was stopping? Or
No.
would this be cut a while?
No, the lads would be sawing timber in the wood. You see, usually what they did, went in to cut the trees in the tenants. And you bring them out with the horse. And then they come out at, like, tea time. And they might joint it into lengths.
So bring out the full length.
Yeah, you bring out the full length.
And how long did you do that for? Just summers?
No, I was only a child, like, it was only, when, you know, Saturdays and days off and stuff.
You got
Holidays.
what was the first, it was a harvester, it was a wankhead. I don't know, they're not
No,
called
it wasn't a
wankhead.
wang head.
What was it?
It had a Silvertech, a 230 head. The
What was that on?
Nauka. Little Nauka, the one that everyone did the training.
But what was the one I went up to you in the wood one day where you told me I was loser?
That was the Nauka.
Was that the Nauka?
Yeah.
Hey.
Which day?
You were working away on that. Do you remember that?
yeah, but like I was
What age were you?
about 13 at that stage.
Right, you were 13.
I was after progressing.
No, you had to be older than that. What day? Because I told you I was ever getting offered a job.
That happened in Mounttra. We were walking down to town. I remember that day.
Right, what was that? Oh yeah, I was after getting
You were
offered a
after getting
job.
offered a job.
And I never drove the big digger before. And I was like, would you believe
You
fucking...
never drove fucking Anton.
Never drove Anton.
Yeah.
And I said, it's a shame to never have to ring me and asking me to go drive the digger down to the train station.
Yeah.
And I was there. What do you think of that? Well, you may do something because you're fucking useless.
Well, it was getting that way, Dave. I mean, you know.
Mick,
Hey,
you helped me.
back then, playing computer games wasn't a job. It fucking is now.
It is now. Imagine if I had stayed at it.
Yeah.
But there was no video back then. I never met it.
You'd never met it.
I'd have just been a loser. So when you were driving for Damien.
Well, Damien and Shane, my father, right? Like they had a Skyline time, and then they had just bring out the full pole as well, harvested with the Nauka, and had a 578 brunette
Stacking. That was all around home.
Oh, that was all around home.
How long did you do that? Was that a couple of summers?
Yeah, well, sure, they were at for a good few years. But I only did it when it was around and stuff like that. But then, yeah, as I got older, and we're talking about 15.
Yeah. That's what's funny about all this. You were so young.
Yeah, I was. Or yeah, I did summer in the bog, and then sure I was 16. Then it was like time to get a job. Then
It's time to be a man.
time to get a proper job.
So how did that work out?
Well, sure, Shane was gone driving the lorry for Philip Lawler, and
Shout out to Philly.
shout out to Philly. Shane was gone driving for Philip, and he knew a fella that was harvesting timber around home, Roy Ashmore.
God rest his
God
soul.
rest him, passed. And he was harvesting around the Slee Blooms, like. And he was getting a second harvest and he was looking for a driver. So Shane asked him,
Would you be interested in
Would-
a
or-
15-year-old boy?
well, I was 16. Come on. And Parry Carey was working with him from Boris. And sure I did, yeah. I went with him for a few days sitting in the back of the harvester.
You'd never drove.
I'd never drove that type of
Yeah.
harvester like this. You know, we're on to big stuff now.
That was 1270.
A 1270B, yeah.
That was a fairly fresh one at that time, wouldn't it?
It was 97 and this was 98. So it was only
Yeah.
a year old. It wasn't a year old. It was less. It was very...
Because I remember we thought that was just
Sure it was.
epic yoke at
It
the time.
was, though.
Because we were used to 578s, old 810s,
Well, like at that time...
870s were the
Oh,
big
yeah.
thing.
Well, that's why I went driving.
Yeah.
It was the 870.
For anyone who doesn't know, an 870 was an old Timberjack slash... Before it was John Deere. They were Timberjack.
Oh, yeah, they were Timberjack.
Yeah, Timberjack were bought out by John Deere. So
Well, it was Timberjack until 04.
04, yeah. Well, they were a four-wheel machine designed especially for tenons, but they were really big stuff in Ireland. Everyone had them.
Everyone had them, yeah.
Yeah.
They were good to climb with four wheels with chains.
Bastard for bogging.
Oh,
They were a cunt. And for turning over, you'd be pulling trees in and you'd be lifting them over.
well, they self-leveled.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it was an unusual sensation. It was hard to know where you were.
Yeah. The nearest thing that I've seen to one like it was what was the one that we had from Oakleaf?
Oh, the sample.
Sample. Yeah. Very like Sample. Very same design. So you sat behind him. Did he think you were joking or when you 16 years of age?
No,
rocked
he
up?
didn't. And at the time he could have got drivers. But he had it in his head that
He could make a perfect driver.
yeah, he wanted you to drive the way he wanted. He didn't want someone that could drive.
Yeah.
That was his thinking. And so yeah, I sat a while behind him, getting to know I suppose the
Letting you drive at lunchtime and stuff.
yeah, drive for 20 minutes to tea time or lunchtime, that kind of thing for a few days. And then the second machine landed, which was his old, which was the one he had gone in to get work done. It was an 870. And that came back.
Do you tin with that?
No, I only clear fell with it. Yeah, I had it for about 5 months, 6 months. And then the brand new 1270 landed.
Did you know you were getting it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was big stuff at the time,
It
you
was.
see.
It doesn't mean a
because
lot.
It doesn't mean a lot now to
To a
people,
lot
but
of people.
at the time, new machines weren't something that we seen every day.
No.
It was always older gear.
Yeah.
And then Roy wasn't from around where...
No, Roy was from Wexford.
Yeah, he was from Wexford. So this lad just came in to do work in Laois. He had fairly good gear when he got here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was taking on 16-year-old boys. And next thing landed with a brand new 1270. That was a fucking gorgeous yacht.
It was.
And you got driving it.
I was driving it, yeah. And at that time, Timberjack went from the old flat pads controls. Remember, we used to glue the O-rings onto the buttons?
Yeah, to know which one.
Yeah, to which ones you used. It went from them to practically the controls
ones we
they
have
still
now.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They were really modern looking.
it was really nice.
And they had the 3000 computer.
It did, yeah.
And at the time, if you looked at it now, it was just like a widescreen LCD. But at the time, it was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone thinking that was crazy that you were on that.
Yeah, it was. There was only
And how'd you get to work?
tractor.
The little Ford.
No, my father had changed the Ford at that stage. He had 6610 gone, which
Big
was
gear.
Still has it.
Does he still have that?
Still has it.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, that's not going anywhere. But yeah, he had 6610 go. But to be fair, now we worked in Monasterevin for a while when I was on the 870, and my father used to drive me in town every morning to meet Parry Carey. Parry brought me to work.
And when you got to 17 then?
When I got to 17, I bought the Vento.
I remember that joke coming.
I actually bought it a couple of weeks before I was 17.
We all had cars at the same time.
Yeah.
Me and Garrett were after getting Garrett got the charisma because everyone needs charisma.
Yeah.
I had the Peugeot.
You had the 306.
And you had the Vento. And we done some messing with them.
We did.
Thank God we didn't have power.
Or camera phones.
Honest to fuck. When we first all got phones, like we just had them for work. It was just something you needed working in the wood. And
Well, yeah.
they were harmless.
I had Ry gave me a phone. A work phone, I suppose. And because I suppose I was 16, so when he was living in the wood, he wanted contact. And yeah.
But it's mad how times have changed, because I remember I was working down in the train station in Waterford. I had my phone, you had a phone, you were on the lorry at the time, and I think you are. But I remember just got just a beep came in the phone. Like we didn't know what text messages were. Like I got it, and I think it was just gay, just something fucking stupid like that. And I was thinking, what is this sorcery? And we just sending each other text messages.
No, I think it was still in the harvester.
Were you still in the harvester?
I think it was still in the harvester. Because I think it was after getting another phone or something, and would have been a Nokia. It was one of the, at the time, it was one of the more modern ones. But
isn't it?
I just figured out the text message on it, and I sent you one.
Yeah, and it's mad. I remember figuring out that, like when I used to talk to my old lad and my mother back when you were younger, and they can remember when there was black and white television and this was new and that was new, and we were thinking, God, dinosaurs. Now I'm thinking, I can remember when there was no text messages.
Yeah.
Like trying to get, like I thought text messages were a game changer to get a woman.
Yeah.
And then realised it didn't help. but it's fucking crazy. How long did you stay at the timber before you got the horn for lorry? Or why did you get the horn for lorry? Was that because Shane was
was driving the lorry. I always loved lorries. I suppose the timber was just I couldn't go driving the lorry at 16.
Obviously.
Not really.
Well, not really. Technically.
Yeah. Barry, your brother, at the time, he was doing work around John and Martina's house. And
With the tipper.
Yeah, do you remember the F7?
Yeah.
The red F7.
Yeah.
And the 812 digger. And Barry was doing the curbs and doing work around the house anyway. And sure, of course, I went out because it was right beside me. I went out to see this, and sure, great. And Barry stuck me into the F7, moving around.
I remember that.
And yeah, I always liked the lorries.
So you started doing your lessons.
Well, the time Barry took me into that lorry, I was only about 13. And yeah, and then when I was at the timber, I used to go on a Saturday to Bennett's, Cooler and Concrete.
Shout out to Bennett's, Cooler and Concrete.
And yeah, he was always messing in lorries there and stuff. Before I had licenses now, but
In the yard, of course.
in the yard,
And closed
and
roads.
Yeah, and used to be messing the lorries there. And when I got I was doing my lessons, I got the rigid license. And I was 18, and I went driving the rigid for Bennett's. I was drawing sand, it was Hino, 8-wheeler, tipper.
Oh, fuck. You worked with them first?
Yeah.
So you'd left...
Well, you see, yeah, I'd finished on the harvester.
See, I thought you went... This is my memory's bad. I thought you left straight from Rye to go work for... Philly.
No.
Oh. That's mad. So you drove the tipper first?
It was actually a swapper body. It had a block body and a tipper, yeah.
Did you like that?
Of course I did. Sure, I was straight into a lorry if it's late.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there, it was like 9 or 10 months until I got the Arctic license.
And then straight onto timber lorry.
The day I had the Arctic license, yeah, I went on to timber lorry.
Rigid and drag.
Rigid and drag.
It was nearly new as well.
It was 2 years old. Yeah, 99 124
I remem-
360.
I remember when them two yokes came new.
Three of them.
There's three of them.
Three of them.
Again, that was a time where there wasn't an awful lot of new lorries going around.
No.
Especially at the timber.
Especially the timber, yeah. And yeah, that was Shane was there driving as well. He was still there. And who else was there? Tim Conroy.
Stephen.
No, Stephen wasn't there when I started.
Did he leave?
Yeah. I don't know where he's gone.
I think he went with Mark Lynch for a while.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's right. Actually, that's where he was.
That's
yeah.
where he was.
He was up west.
Yeah.
Um,
Drawn to the trains and stuff.
yeah. So no, yeah, I got the Arctic license and went at that.
How long did you stay at the timber lorry?
The timber lorry, I think it was 4.5 years.
So from the time you left school to the time you were, I'm guessing 23, 24?
No, 22.
22. How many times were you out of work?
I never was out of work.
Like you always...
I changed jobs a lot. I still do.
No, you don't that much.
No, like, I don't know. I've done a lot of different jobs.
But you don't change jobs. Like the only real different job that you had out of nearly what you've always done would be the intercourse stuff. That was a big change.
Yeah, that was a big change.
You know, you went from...
Well, you see, when Shane finished...
did you get burnout at the timber? Or sick of it? Or did you just go, oh, there's huge money here, I'm aware?
No, I think it's just... It probably is burnout. To a certain extent, yeah. I think it is. I don't know, I get pissed off at anything. So change is...
Do you get pissed off at anything or people?
People.
It's always people.
Always people.
Yeah. Because you're always happy enough in your job once you can do it.
Yeah,
right?
I just like to be left alone.
Yeah.
I don't like people. I don't like interference.
If you hear, and when you know your job, you don't need to be rod.
No. But it always happens. It always happens, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh no, it does. And even the longer you're in a place, people can start getting on your tits.
Yeah. But yeah, I suppose I don't know really. Well, it's like anything. The lorry, when you have a few brushes with the law.
That's hard.
Yeah.
The lorries got very difficult because especially at the timber and especially at a time that you were at, things would have been...
Well, you see, when I started AHAD, I mean, a taco chart was optional.
And stuff was rough.
Stuff was rough.
Cranes were bleak.
The crane was older than I was.
And trains and like the trailers were fucking an afterthought.
Yes, the trailers were shy.
They were bad.
They were bad, no.
Yeah.
Like, and no one was any better. It wasn't, not everyone had
Everyone was the same boat.
Everyone was the same shit, like.
Heavy loads.
Heavy loads.
No power. Bad brakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're and the case is still the same now. When you're at the timber, you could go in to the wood in the morning and everything could be tip top and perfect. And when you're heading out of the wood, you could have a bald tire, you could have a burst tire, you could have an air leak, you could have anything wrong.
Yeah, you certainly could have a few chunks stuck out of the tires anyway.
Yeah. And then you're pulled up on the road and you're...
Yeah, well, I suppose... You see, at that time, it was starting to get stricter. They were starting to, look for DOE tests.
Yeah. But you've done low loader work and everything.
Ah, yeah.
What's your if you could pick any lorry work in the morning, what would it be?
Timber.
Just timber.
Yeah.
So what you're at now? Dream job now.
Dream job. I like low loader work, but the shite that goes with it, the whole waiting.
Well, tell people that don't understand.
Well,
Johnny out there is thinking of doing low loader work. What's the negatives?
the negatives is you don't go when you're ready. You go when everyone else is ready. And, you know, lads like to finish on a machine at 6 o'clock in the evening and they want it in the new place at 8 o'clock next morning. You know, that kind of stuff, which it's all right too, I suppose, if that's what you're into. But
I wish that was the case for me.
yeah,
My phone was hopping all last week. When will you be finished? When will you be finished? I even had another contractor ring me and ask me would I be finished because the lorry lad was gonna
actually,
move.
like last 2 year or last year, I suppose, when Dara had the low loader and we were moving that was grand because you were able to time it, you know, and like that, like Greg rings or Garrett rings and you want the machine moving, you want to move at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And if you say, well, it's either 12 o'clock or 4 o'clock because, you know, I either do 2 load of timber or 3 load of timber. And they'll say, right, 12. And they'll be ready at 12. Or they'll say, no, sure, leave it till 4 because we'll grease or do whatever until that time. No one cares as long as they know when you're coming.
Yeah.
And that was grand. That was a grand bit of low loader work. But it was only a bit, you see, because I used to just do it.
In the middle of doing everything else.
Yeah. But we don't do that anymore.
What's the most harm you've ever done at work?
I ran the 124 into the back of Mike Dowland's load of timber. Yeah. Yeah, I just couldn't stop.
Where was that?
Jesus, where was that? It was up the country. I can't rightly remember.
Did you get told that you were missing because you were trapped? I remember guards not taking you serious because you were very small when you started driving, and they'd stop you in big fucking lorry, 75 foot long, fucking heap of timber, and you looking like a little tot driving it.
Yeah. Oh, I did. There was a lot of checkpoints. Not a lot of checkpoints, but they go out of the way to stop you.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Jesus, have you any kind of a license? But at that time, all you needed was a license, tax and insurance.
How come you never wanted to go on the continent? Or did you were you ever tempted?
No. I have no interest in that. None.
Why?
Oh, it just doesn't appeal to me.
Would you consider yourself one of these boys that likes all fancy lorries and stuff like that, or do you just want functional?
Hey, everybody loves fancy lorries. Like, you know.
You have a fairly fancy one now.
Yeah, but it's not over the top. Like, it's just a nice lorry.
Is it your favourite lorry you've ever drove?
Oh, I say that's... Yeah, for different reasons. I suppose it suits me as you get older. It's pure comfort.
And what's your favourite lorry you've ever drove?
The 580 before it.
Really?
Oh, Jesus.
Why did you love that so much? Manual one.
Manual, retarder, and oceans of power.
Is it more power than the other one?
Oh, Jesus. Night and day.
Really?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Power or just torque here?
Oh, just raw power.
And would that get you out more bother or get you into it?
Well, look, it's you'd have to feather the throttle. No, it has just, I don't know what you'd say. It got a twist and you'd have to mind it because it has enough power to level off it behind. Jesus.
That's cool. So that's your favourite lorry. What's the worst joke you ever drove? What lorry did you hate?
The worst joke I ever drove, I only drove it up and down, and It was a fucking DAF. It was an XF DAF.
What'd you drive that for?
It actually belonged to Jerry Corcoran, but Martin Bennett used to have it up and down when we'd be doing things. We did a lot of work in Corcoran at the time. We used to get it, and I used to fucking hate it.
Why?
Oh, Jesus, I was under it more often than I was in it.
Breaking down?
Yeah. Just, I hated it. I didn't care. It didn't bother me. I was never any more than 20 minutes from home in it.
Do you think it's easier now to learn how to drive a timber lorry and do all that than back when we were at?
Oh, yeah. Gear is fair good now.
Not
like a
not
harvester.
fixed.
I mean, what's the first harvester you drove?
For 870.
Yeah. Can you remember them foxy oaks?
Yeah.
Grabbing a tree, press saw, bang, bar bent.
Yeah.
Because it hadn't the power to hold the tree in place.
Yeah.
Like,
You were out fixing them
you're
every day.
out fixing them
Every day.
But
It was very rare you get a day that something wouldn't break. And
I mean, like, at harvesters, whoever forward, harvesters have come on leaps and bounds. And like, even when they went to 8 wheels, like, that 901 Greg got with the 8 wheel.
serious, y'all.
Jesus, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And the 11 wheel 870s, like, jeez,
There.
Scorpions, things like that. Like, the stability.
Did you like the Scorpion?
I've only ever cut a few trees. I never drove a Scorpion.
You drove the
I drove the Fox.
Fox. What did you think of that?
I didn't like it.
And is it that it's so far away?
It's far away, yeah. Like, when you're tinning with it, I mean, it's like the crane base is out on the trailer of the forwarder. So, like, tinnings in Ireland, bushes down to the ground. And when you see the one you want, well, like in a 1070 or any of them, Scorpion or 901 or anything, you just slew like that. And with the fucking Fox, you had to reverse back 10 yards and then you couldn't see it.
I found out, what was the one Gart and Greg have? What was that?
Which one?
The Ponce Harvester.
They had a Scorpion, hadn't they?
No, we had one out.
Yeah.
But they had a Gazelle and
the fucking beaver.
the fucking beaver. Yeah, but I couldn't get my head around that.
Yeah.
Like, I just couldn't get my head around it. Same thing. Crane base real far away. We were cutting hardwood at the time with it. And you know the way they want the nice little narrow lines in hardwood.
Yeah.
And they mark the trees out. And it was the same thing. You grab it, you have to pull everything in, and then the boom sticks out this side and grabs the timber. Because it's
Oh, yeah, but that was a, what did they call it?
telescopic.
Yeah, the telescopic boom.
Fucking cunt,
The
yeah.
Fox I had now had a parallel crane, which was a nice crane. And the nice controls. The clear fell with it or anything. Like, they were nice. Lovely roomy cab.
Nice roomy cab. Family cab.
Family
on
cab.
them.
The Zetter.
Yeah. Family cabinet. They're a quiet machine though. I like that they were quiet. But I found the Gazelle, it's a small machine, but the crane was big on it. So it was real bouncy.
Yeah. The thing I didn't like about the Gazelle was the really flat undercarriage. They'd hang you like.
Yeah.
They'd hang on a stump very simply. Like, if you look at the underneath an A10, it's like, it's
Like a boat.
it's like a fucking bow. If you steer, it'll come off a stump. Like,
Did you drive many A10s? With Rye you must have.
no, I never drove forward with Ray.
Always the harvester.
Always the harvester. I can't even think
Did Rye mind when you left?
no, sure, it's part of it, isn't it?
Shake your hand and say, glad to have you, good luck.
Yeah.
And say you're one of the few.
Well, sure, look, it was always going to happen because he knew the lorry was where I wanted to go.
I'm really flying through this.
You are flying through
It's
that.
not great, is it?
It's very good, Dad.
Are you drinking that? You're going slow.
I am going slow.
You're making weak work of it. Mick's actually not. You're only new to the whiskey thing, aren't you? Mick would normally be sculling pints. Back when we were young men.
I'd normally be sculling pints. Well,
When
not-
we were young
not
men,
anymore.
you were a Guinness man.
I was a lot of different men when I was young. But never a cider man.
Never cider man.
I was for a day.
I remember that. Is that the getting sick in the fountain job? You were on
No.
Stuff for your teeth. What's the one went down that night?
Oh, Jesus.
You had wisdom teeth or something?
I had wisdom teeth. And I thought a great idea to take painkillers.
No, I think it was 2 Brufen. 500 mg or something.
Possibly.
And then went sculling fucking pints.
Pints and whiskey chasers. That wasn't the wisest decision. But anyway.
But you learned a very valuable lesson.
I did.
So you went doing core drilling.
I went, Shane was ahead. And I went working on that for a little while. Not too long. I would have been what you'd call a helper in a van. Niall Jackson was kind of...
What does the helper do? Get all the stuff out?
Yeah, more or less do what you're told. And
do you like that?
I did like it. Yeah, I did like it. It was okay.
I'm trying to remember. What was the reason you left to go do that again? You were sick of it or something?
At the time, I wasn't employed by Intercore. I was employed by an agency. And you were working for them. So you didn't... Basically, you got fuck all for it towards the lads you were working with. And I just didn't like that setup. So I didn't stay at. And
no, but why did you leave the timber to go to that?
Why did I leave Lurry?
Yeah.
I'm running with law.
What happened, Mick?
Basically just...
Didn't see hey, you better clear that up, everyone. He didn't do any harm. No, he didn't break into a house.
No, it was
grievous bodily harm.
There were bad gear, a lot of shit, and they were kind of catching up on you. You know, they were coming after you day after day.
And you were afraid, why would I drive these and lose my license?
And they were sort of... Then, like, when you're standing on the road and the guard's giving you the ultimatum.
What did he say?
To just go get yourself a job somewhere else.
Did I say that to you?
Oh, yeah.
And what'd you say? I think.
Well, sure, right. Sure, what could you say to the man? Like, he was there telling me, like, he could take
doing you a favour.
Oh, yeah, he was doing me a favour. He's there telling you, like, I can take your license. He says, you have so much wrong, I can take your license today. Or he says, just do yourself a favour and go get a job somewhere else. So I took him at his word.
That was a clever move.
Well, sure, look. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So you left that agency and went working with them, or did you go to Bennett's then after that?
No. I would have went working with you.
Down to driving with Shem?
Me, you and Shrek.
Remember that?
I do.
Jeez, that was some crack.
In the Chicacento.
Driving up and down to work. We got 95 miles an hour out of that going down a hill. On a close road, of course.
It was 98.
Was it?
Yeah.
Jeez, it was red. Remember getting back to the filling station? It was red raw.
Do you remember the day me, you, Greg and Mike Dowden went into the filling station in Portumna?
Yeah. And we all bowled into the fucking... And I was fat as a pig back then. And we all bowled into this little Chicacento, drove the shy out of it the whole way back to Portumna, got our lunch. Just wasn't a fierce bleak back then trying to get food.
Yeah.
Towards now.
Yeah. If you didn't bring your lunchbox,
you were fucked.
You were fucked.
Yeah, you really were. You didn't stay that. No, we did. We fucking did. We were working there. We were working in outside Portumna around Fecal or that. And
Derry Bryan.
And we were tipping away, and then
cutting for Collier.
Yeah, and the boss man rang, and he goes, didn't he?
He did.
He goes, I've worked in Sweden, and we were like, he's at it again, another tall one, and he goes, no, honest, the lorry is coming up for you now. We're bringing the machines back to the yard. John Deere are coming out in the morning. No, was it Timberjack? John Deere, whatever. And they're going to do a heap of stuff to the machine. You're going on Friday. Yeah. So we just followed the machines back. We drove the Chicacento there and left it there.
Yeah.
Left that there.
You left it there. Well, the wiper motor was gone.
Yeah, someone sold it on me.
Do you remember that? The wiper motor went in it.
Yeah.
The wiper motor was 180 euros at the time. And
I only paid €500 for it.
the
about 8 months
car
before
wasn't worth doing up.
No.
If you had it now, it was worth.
I know. I still want one.
I know. I'd be looking at him on the Dundee and jokes like.
But it all happened so quick.
Do you remember that? We met Brendan Kerwin in Abbeleaks that morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just followed him.
Followed him up and never forget it, lads. We got up onto the ball. Grand. It was a handy run out to England. Everything was going so well. We were so excited about our little journey. And we had a very simple job. Drive the machines on and drive the machines off.
Had we?
The
Yeah,
boat.
we took the two of them.
Took the two of them and we drove them back off and we had to wait for this lorry to come collect us, to take us to, where was it? Sheringham.
We went from Dublin to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Um,
Unloaded the machines.
Yeah, they weren't on a lorry. Like we drove them onto the boat.
Yeah. And we had to wait then for the lorry to come collect us
We
next
had to
morning.
wait for the lorry. Yeah. Wait no. Yeah, the lorry was bringing us across from Liverpool to Immingham.
Yeah.
And yeah, 2 lorries were supposed to come.
One came.
One came.
And we were waiting for this other lorry and it never came. And Seamus was panicking. We were afraid we were going to lose our place on the boat.
Yeah.
And Shem decided to get another lorry.
Yeah.
The lorry comes in.
John.
Yeah. We loaded up the lorry and started heading out. And next thing, guards, please. Everyone was fucking... we were nearly arrested.
We were brought into the interrogation
Brought
room.
into the interrogation room. So I don't know what's going on. Your man says we're after robbing the machines. It's our machine. I swear we're not robbing it. And we got in fierce trouble. We had to take it off it.
Do you remember he says to us in his fucking Liverpool accent about, you mean tell me you walked into our security? We were there, no, we drove into the Jeep.
Yeah.
How did you get in? Your man lifted the barrier for us.
I know. Oh, and we were getting in trouble for robbing a machine out of the port. It was so fucking nasty.
I'd say that security guard got the sack.
Yeah, no, it wasn't great. No,
it
but we
wasn't
had
good.
to wait the next day. So we had to leave the port. We had to drive, get something to eat. And we had nowhere to stay. We had nowhere to go. We found a back alley. So embarrassed. We couldn't let back the sea. And me and Mick were just sitting in this car in a back alley and we were trying to sleep. I seen there was a knock on the window from another policeman. Like an Irish reg car in a back alley, 2 fucking lads sleeping on each other's shoulders. And you're like, you all right? It's a long story. It's a long story. He left us alone after.
He did.
And then we went back to the port the next morning, collected the machine and tore on out. The worst, it was the worst organising.
We were bollocks. We had no sleep, and we had no sleep got the night before we left either.
No. So we said we'll go straight to our room.
Yeah.
And we'll be up then in the morning for when it comes in.
Yeah.
So we wake up then after the 7 or 8 hours.
Looked out through the window.
Pitch black. Nothing's going on. No one's up in the bowl. And we find out then that it's 27 hours.
No, but sure, when we woke up the first time, we hadn't left the dock.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we thought we had docked. You were there. I thought it'd be more snow.
Oh, it's fucking shocking. And then, remember walking out and there was like icebergs and there was fucking...
Yeah, but like it was 27 hours.
The Gothenburg.
Yeah, but remember there was no one on the boat.
Not one.
Like
it was like a ghost ship.
It was a
A container.
kind of goods boat or whatever. There was only like 3-4 lads in it.
3-4 lads, yeah.
Remember we used to go down to the
Mess
kitchen
room.
or the mess room, yeah. And your man was, can I make you some tea?
And it was
Yeah.
bad. It was so bad. It was so boring. And then we got out. We didn't have the right. Remember the back of the ship opening?
Oh,
The
yeah.
cold hitting us.
Yeah.
And we in our fucking stupid clothes.
Well, like, it wasn't so bad, though.
It was fucking bad.
Well, like, remember going down the road and it started to snow?
We got off the boat and the coolest lorry we'd ever seen in our life.
Yeah.
We were there. Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore. This low loader would have lifted. The machine was able to go onto the low loader and let out the crane. Never seen it in my life.
Full reach.
Full reach down the crane. airbrushing all over it. We were taking pictures. We thought this was the coolest.
Still have the pictures.
Still do have the pictures.
Yeah.
I'll have to put them up if we put this out.
Right.
Yeah, and we followed that, and it started snowing. The Jeep was slipping all around the place. We couldn't keep up with your man, the lorry.
Yeah.
And we rang the boss man, and we said, we can't keep up with this lad. And he goes, the roads are built for that kind of snow out there. Tear it down. Pull up at the filling station, your man's there. No, there's spikes on all the tires. We nearly got killed.
Yeah, from certain months they have to run winter tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
But that was such an eye-opener. Like, we were on our own. We were only chaps. And we headed out there. And when we got there, everyone had a handy little flight out there. They were just waiting for us.
Yeah.
That was tough now. Getting used to the timber. And
there was a gorgeous.
Yeah, but the lengths were different. They had good
lengths
wood,
different.
They had bad pulp, they had energy. And
let's remember,
yeah,
that means 3 meter.
There was a guy out
Not
there and he
okay.
was telling us what to do. And he kept doing this to Mick. And Mick thought this meant okay. But what he actually was saying was 3 meter. Cut 3 meter for fuck's sake.
3 meter was pulp or chip. And okay was supposed to be for saw log. I was cutting a lot of saw log. I should have been.
Jesus, that was fucking... But that was some eye-opener, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
Yeah, looking back on it now.
Yeah.
But we worked very hard.
We did work hard.
Like 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was fucking hard work.
Yeah. I know, but sure.
You've done a few little runs out to France and stuff?
I did. I went to France as well. I think I went out after Christmas in 2009.
How long did you stay out there?
I didn't stay out there long. I did a couple of I went out a couple of times.
You were driving a harvester out there as well?
Well, I was driving the harvester. That time I went out after the Christmas, I was driving the harvester.
Sure, you just didn't have enough experience.
That's true. And I went out. I drove the lorry out there too for a couple of weeks when he went to America on holidays. Mike did.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it could have been John's wedding. I can't say that now. I can't remember rightly. He went for some reason anyway.
If you had to tell someone to do one job or the other, would you say lorry or in the wood?
Tell who now?
If
Tell
you were to
somebody
say
else
a random person and they were there, I want to go at the timber. Would I go at the wood? Lorry driving?
Depends on the person. Like lorry driving is not for everyone. The wood's not for everyone.
Well, you've done both, so
I have done both, but I can only say what I prefer.
That's all I'm asking you.
Well, sure, I prefer. Hey, if I could be around home, I'd prefer a harvester in Clearfell. I'll specify that.
That's a hard one.
Sure, it doesn't happen.
Why don't you like the forwarder?
Oh, do you know what? I think I would like the forwarder now. I think I'd be happy now to give the forwarder a run.
What did you not like about before? The monotony.
Well, you see, there was a time not that long ago. Harvester drivers always got paid more than forwarders. But that's changed. There's an awful lot more work forward now, just bringing out timber.
There is, but it's an awful lot harder to get a good harvester driver. Say that'll do both. Tinnins is a different grade.
Tinnins that's different. That's different. There's and we all know brilliant harvester drivers that would not last in Tinnins.
No. It's really difficult, and to get someone that can plan a wood, it's very rare.
Yeah, like when
they make or break it for the forwarder.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like when Shane was on the harvester, and I used to drive his harvester up and down when he'd be on holidays or when maybe weekends or something like that. And like if he was in and he was like, it was all private timber. You know where I'm going with this? Bad timber. Oh Jesus! Like if I do a week in Tinnins, I pull me hair. I don't know how we used to do it all day, every day.
And on second generation now,
it's so hard to gain ground. It's so hard to, get through it.
So I would consider myself a very capable harvester driver. Like I think I'm well able to drive a harvester. Like I go into a Clearfell and I know I can do as much as the next lad. But Tinnins the same. I think it's grand. Then second generation, really hilly, wet ground where you have to plan your wood or where you can't see. And I am slow as a fucking bastard.
Or to put the lines diagonally across the hill.
where the drains change,
Jesus, stop.
where the way the mountain's done now. And what I have to do is I drive for a bit, and then I have to get out and I have to mark the timber, or I'll end up cutting too near or too far. And that's when you know, with the real good lads, they just
Plow on.
and they're just constantly fucking working. Whereas when I get tired, then instead of me just ready and know what tree I'm going to cut, I'm looking for that tree. The minute you've the head stopped and you're staring, and I get to the stage where I get so pissed off, I'm like this, I stop and I'm looking behind me. I'm only got another 2 lengths.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
That's when you're as well off. Just turn the key and go home.
Go home. Yeah. It's so bad. That reminds me of I was driving the harvester for Greg. I was doing nights, and we were working up where is Tom Jace? Where's Tom Jace live?
Oh, here, Capard.
Hard. And I'm working nights, and I was after starting a new line, nice fresh line. I was driving down, cutting it, and then I was backing out. And here on one of the trees, just on the edge, cans of beer just left in little branches, just hanging like little decorations. And I'm there. They weren't there when I was coming up. Were they there? Is that weird? And then I back out to the lane, and here's all these young lads from a certain community, say. And been very intimidating. It was fucking not nice. I was making phone calls like mad, going, someone may come up here and help me. I'm fucking scared.
Yeah.
Firing abuse at me for no reason. That's scary shit. Do you ever have anything frightening like that happen? In the wood?
No.
Did anyone ever attack you in the lorry? Road rage?
No, I don't think so.
Really? You never had because I was on the lorry only for a short time, and I had about 10 women tell me I shouldn't be on the road.
Oh, Jesus, I get that every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Still?
Is there a need for you to be on this road? But anyway.
Would you be polite enough now?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever have to tell someone to fuck off?
Yeah. I'm sure I did. Of course you would. Like, you know, they just, like, I don't know what they think, you know.
Like, what would
timber
you
grows in the mountain, like.
Do you think that the drivers are worse now, or are they better, or is it just that roads have got busier?
Car drivers.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like, when you hear, you know, and especially lately, there's a lot of people after buying the road lately. And it's, you know, it's terrible. But I can't understand how it's so little.
Because the level of driving so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's amazing that it's that small of a number. And I know that's an awful thing to say, but that's the truth.
And what's the 5 most common things you see that people do that are stupid?
People, like, they almost kill themselves to pass out. And then they just don't drive on. I don't understand it. I don't know why.
Just don't want to be behind you.
Yeah. And roundabouts. I spend every day driving out in front of people in roundabouts that will not indicate. Because if you don't indicate around the roundabout, I'm going out in front of you. I don't care. Just annoys me. Because you're there with a loaded lorry. I mean, if you sit for an opening, you'll be sitting for
all
the day. Because they don't take off fast. And like, if people's coming around and they don't indicate, that'll do me.
Off you go.
Yeah. And I got a woman one day in a dare. You know when you come into a dare? You know the little roundabout?
Yeah.
And like, I could see her sizing up to, you know, do a U-E, go around it like. And, but she never indicated. So I naturally enough drove out through it.
She blow you.
She lay on the horn.
Lay on the horn, yeah.
Yeah. She didn't blow me.
I phrased that wrong now.
She lay on the horn and I pulled up and I wouldn't move until she let down the window. And I says, when you want to go around the roundabout, I says, use your indicator, not your fucking car horn.
And what'd she say?
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I think the roads are fierce fucking dangerous. We went up by
They are dangerous.
the M50 the other day, moving to Newwood. And that's fucking a shit show now. Nobody indicates. Everyone just barges in everywhere. Like, I would not like to be one of the lorry lads driving on that.
The reason no one indicates is though, because if someone sees an indicator on, they drive on to try to close the gap. That's why people won't indicate.
Sure, that's a race to the bottom, Mick.
I know this.
Fuck.
But that's why they won't indicate.
So do you prefer to drive up the country or down the country?
Makes no difference.
What's the biggest shit show of a town that you drive into?
Shit show of a town. Well, Carrigan, sure, this weather is a complete shit show of roadworks. Did you see what they did in Portlaoise?
No, what?
Oh, Jesus. Coming out we'll say out by Dunn's filling station. Out from...
Oh, the pedestrian.
Yeah.
They took the whole road.
They took the whole road. The footpath's wider than the road now.
Why is that about?
I don't know, but like if two lorries meet now, like if you have a lorry and low loader with a harvester on it, you won't pass the lorry. Someone will have to drive up the footpath. Like
Let's hope one of the engineers is on it.
Please fucking God.
It's bad, isn't it?
It's fucking stupid.
Oh, look, you're not going too bad. You're not going too bad.
Yeah.
Do you want another bit? Did you try it with the lemonade or the...
No, that was just water. I'm doing all right. There was a fair fucking whack in that.
There was a fair... I did give you the whole lot of it, like.
Yeah. Oh,
Look,
just a bit in it there. Put in.
me and Mick drank all this. This was only me and Mick drank that.
But what's in that? They're just
Over the last... no. Sure, for fuck's
waste not one. Not
Well,
Dave.
that's what they say, but that's not great now.
No, but there's still fucking 2 whiskies in that.
So what age were you when you got married, Mick?
Well, I got
It's 2016 anyway.
It was 2016 and so 34.
34. But you were living in sin before that, though.
I was, yeah.
Same as myself.
Yeah.
Same as myself. I was living in sin for a good while before as well. I think it was... I don't know what age I was. I do. Lily was 4 or 5. Clark was... Vicky was actually pregnant with Clark when we were walking up the aisle.
Was she?
Yeah.
Shotgun wedding.
Shotgun wedding. Yeah, didn't know that until she actually done a pregnancy test when we were on our honeymoon. And she said, I'm pregnant. It was some fucking surprise. I thought I was on the fast track to married bliss where we were going to do nothing and just make love for about 8 years. Mick, that wasn't the case.
You don't want to tell me?
No, that wasn't the case. We just started having babies and we're still at it. You have 3 kids.
I do. 3 daughters.
3 daughters. Do you want to give their names there?
Mia, Millie and Katie.
Shout out to the girls.
Shout out to the girls.
What do you do in your spare time now?
Is there a spare time?
It's this really.
Huh?
Just having a few drinks.
This is it. This is spare time.
Do you go to the pub much?
Not as much as we always say we should. But no, I not that much. I was in the last Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, so Fiona went down for a couple of drinks.
You never invited me. Well,
the whole fucking parish is invited. It was a race night for cameras.
Sure, I didn't know. I actually was probably out doing my run.
Oh, great lad, huh?
Look, I'm trying my best not to be a fat bastard. Like.
Yeah, well, sure, so am I, but I'm not trying as hard as you, obviously.
Well, you probably work harder.
The run has kind of gone out the window lately because I've been on the bog.
You must be nearly finished the bog now.
I'm fucking not. That's the problem.
Have you not gone home?
I haven't even got it up. It's it's a disaster.
It's fucking September.
I know. It's fucked basically.
Is it fucked?
I'd say it is. So how are we going to get the weather now?
I think you're a bit busy now. You may start ringing Power Kinsler or something.
Yeah.
And get them to bring it out. Why is some turf real skinny and shy and other stuff thick?
Thick's not a great sign.
Why?
Because thick means it's coming out of the box fairly fast. And if it's running out through the box, it's usually brown. And brown's not good.
Why? What's the difference?
Well, black turf, everyone says black turf.
Yeah.
Good black turf. Well, black turf's what you want. Brown turf is more mull than turf.
What's mull?
It's just fucking turf mull. Like it's mull, it's brown. There's no burn in it. Like it's dust, basically. It's
Shy.
So
the type of turf dictates the girth of it.
it can, not necessarily. Depend. Like I remember when I worked the turf hopper, and like doing anything with a tractor, your gear and the whole lot that you're in and everything. And I went to this bog one day and we were like, "Jeez, I couldn't go fast enough. Like, I just couldn't go fast enough to keep a pull on the turf."
What do you mean a pull on it?
Well, like when the turf's coming out of the spout,
Yeah.
like you're saying, why is some of it thick and fat? Because you're not moving fast enough away from it, so it's gathering.
That's why that happens.
Yeah. And like I would say, like I was always in.
Is that because it's too runny?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, but it's too runny because it's
Shy.
And
I didn't know that.
yeah. Now look, if a lad's not going hard enough with good black turf, it'll be fucking pushed up as well. But it's just I don't know.
Well, every day is a fucking school
Every
day.
day's a fucking school day.
I always thought that that skinny stuff was real brittle and breaks and shite and it ripped the fucking hands off you.
Yeah, we sure can too. Like, there's no exact fucking science for it.
I suppose the exact science is briquettes. Is that all made with shite?
Briquettes?
Yeah, because that'd be brown mould, wouldn't it?
Briquettes, yeah, I'm not a big fan of briquettes.
There's not great burn in them.
No.
And they don't get hot.
No, like, I mean, if you're buying
They're
stuff,
dear.
you might as well buy coal. But coal's got fair dear.
Ah, it's shocking. And it's all
Well,
shite
hey,
now.
What hasn't?
Hey, but it's all shite.
Yeah.
They're all these nuggets.
Yeah.
And there's not great heat out of them. But I get my coal and stuff in Fur Brother Fuels in Roscrea. Shout out to Fur Brothers. But hey, seemingly though, if some coal, when you put it into the stoves, it gets too hot and it can break them.
Oh, can warm, yeah.
So they have to have these ones that don't heat up as much. And
That's great advertisement
Isn't
for
it?
firing, isn't it?
yeah.
Buy this firing because it doesn't get too hot.
But why is it that's in it the smokeless stuff?
I don't know. I don't.
How does that make sense?
Hey,
have
how do you burn anything that doesn't create
I don't know. That sounds like magic to me.
Does.
It sounds like magic to me. You're not one of these lads that you don't listen to audiobooks in your during the day.
I don't listen. If I'm not listening to a podcast, I don't turn on the radio. Like, I just don't turn the radio on, Laurie.
Ever.
Ever.
Do you remember we all used to listen to the radio?
Religiously.
All the time.
All the time. We went through, I was going to say a phase. We went through years of just texting one another stuff. Like,
The talk at the weekend would have been what went down on the radio.
On the radio. But even during the day, like, we'd know, like, I'd know you were listening to Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
I'd know you were. So, like, if Jerry Ryan said something, I'd just text you, fair funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. But there isn't that anymore.
No.
It's all shy.
It's shy.
Did you see...
But is it, like, it must be a cunt for them because
Faster.
it doesn't mean that they're not good
presenters?
They're just not let fucking talk.
No. Could you imagine being told you have to go on the radio live, make sure and don't say anything wrong,
Yeah.
and just chat? Sure, all that means is just don't talk about anything.
Just don't talk about anything.
And it 100% means you can't talk about anything meaningful. are important.
Like, do you hear that on the radio now about the free contraceptive?
Oh,
Available to anybody with a uterus.
fuck off.
Yeah. They can't just say it's available for women.
Do you ever feel like we're living in a Twilight Zone?
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
I'm not buying into it, are you?
No.
I'm just not doing it.
No.
Like, it's fucking... Like, did you see the crack with the Cannonball?
No.
That's fucking... The Cannonball, for the last 10 years, has these two MCs. And they're really funny. They MC the whole event. And they dress up as German police. Like,
I'd have seen that in your snaps.
yeah, very funny.
When did you go on Cannonball? 2 years ago? Last year?
Last year and the year before.
What you go on last year?
The Raptor.
Oh, yeah. You and Alan.
Yeah. And the year before it was with Bob and it was in the...
That's the snaps I remember from that.
Yeah.
I think.
And...
when you were up in that hotel in Dublin or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember you, yeah.
well, basically they...
Do they do that every year?
Yeah. Basically the sponsors pulled the two boys. They just said, you're not doing it anymore. It's anti-Semitic.
For the less educated amongst us, what does that mean?
Talking about Nazis and the Jewish community and just
Okay.
bullshit. Like, no,
Right.
no, that's not bullshit. Like, I'm not a Holocaust denier or anything, but I'm just saying it's like woke culture is getting into everything. If you've watched anything in the last year, look what happened with Budweiser. That was very funny. Like, did you see that?
This Bud Light, like.
Bud Light. Like, they lost billions. Billions.
Yeah, did they? Or like,
No, they lost billions.
what was it? Oh, it was only Matt. I was listening to it.
Yeah.
Weren't you talking about
Yeah.
that? Oh, yeah. Matt reckons the meant to do it.
Man's wrong.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No one means lose billions.
No one means lose billions. Follow the money. Follow the money.
Always.
Always follow the money.
Fuck you.
Like when you're watching anything now, you follow the money. Like that whole fire out in Hawaii is just mind blowing stuff.
You see, this is where I fall down. I don't look at news. I don't listen to radio. I have not a clue what you're talking about.
All these business interests and private companies and big companies are trying to buy this land in Hawaii to make the first American smart city.
Okay.
And none of the locals would sell their land. Why would they?
Right.
And then when they held this thing that they said, no, that's it, we're not selling it. Oh my God, no. A fire starts. So it's like this horrible fire starts.
Mm.
Now, Hawaii was a wartime like base really for the American country.
Yeah.
Right? And this island has more alarms and big siren alarms and warning alarms than anywhere else in the world.
Mm.
Now, they didn't go off.
Okay.
All right? All communications went down. Oh no.
That happens.
That happens, right? Even though we have telephones, we have everything. And then, God damn it, the water wouldn't work. So they couldn't put it out.
Okay.
Right. There's a lot of
That
stuff
can happen.
That can happen too. And a load of people die and it's very sad.
Okay.
And then all the rich people that were trying to bought up the land. Or have been trying to buy the land since. So
Well, they're just trying to help the people.
they're just
that's
trying to
left
help
behind.
people. So it's just so fucking weird. The whole thing is just so fucking dirty and weird and nasty.
Yeah.
And when I'm watching, listen to the radio, watching TV, and you hear about like the submarine thing. Like, remember the submarine thing? You remember the submarine? The
What
boys went
fucking
down
submarine?
to look at the Titanic and the submarine blew up, imploded.
Is that what happened with that?
Yeah, a few millionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah, were killed. It was
Yeah.
all over news.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking everywhere.
Where's you going to look at Titanic?
Just people go down and look at that sort of stuff.
Did not know there was a film about that.
They do, but they didn't bother watching it, or they wanted to tell everyone, well, I actually seen it. Well, in the meantime, when all that's happening...
Looker.com.
Yeah, no. But in the meantime, when all that's happening, that's the only news that's going on. But this company called BlackRock and these biggest companies in the world buy up all the grain in Ukraine, and all this real weird shit is happening that maybe it's not the most important news in the world, but I'd rather fucking know that than know what's going on with a few millionaires getting killed going down to see the Titanic. And when I'm listening last week about all these aliens and aliens being found in Mexico, and the Mexican government are rolling out these aliens in mummies' bodies, I'm looking at that going, that's interesting, but what the fuck is actually happening?
Somewhere else.
What is happening somewhere else? This is fucking very weird. It's fucking crazy. Don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be that important. And like, you see the job I do and the rubbish that I deal with. It's all rubbish.
It is.
And like, I'm one of these lads that I'm fierce lucky. I do social media, but I don't buy into it, right? I don't really, because I still, as I say, live in the real world. I'm still getting up like everyone else in the morning and working.
Yeah.
But it's, you would not want to believe anything you hear.
No. Like
Not even off me. Like, I'm saying stuff, like if I say I seen it on Wikipedia, lads, I'm fucking lying. Like, I haven't seen it on Wikipedia.
When you say that, does like people believe it?
People change it.
Yeah, do they?
Yeah. So what happens is,
Because I seen someone send you a screenshot of Wikipedia one day and it said what you were saying. I was there.
I have the most awesome followers.
Right.
Right? I'm telling you. Now, I don't boost anything. I grow my page nice and slow, right? Because anytime, and I used to do videos, like when I started doing videos with Alan and doing stuff like that, and you get an influx of people following you. And that's how normal social media influencers gain followers. They go do a video with someone else and they get some of their followers, or they'll go do an ad for someone, they'll gain a few followers. For me, what happens is I gain a few followers. They think, oh, he's lovely. And then they watch me and the next day they're there, oh my God, what a fucking prick. And you're getting none of your views. Hold on. You're going to try this stuff.
We'll give it a whirl.
Listen now. Listen, this is ASMR. Look. Listen.
I like that.
Not good. Listen now. Connacht. Connacht. Single malt. Irish whiskey. Batch 1. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'd go somewhere and I'd just think of something, tell a big fucking lie. And I go, it's not a lie of mine. If it is a lie, you know, I seen it on Wikipedia, go check. Instantly,
Someone puts it up.
a heap of people that follow me go and change it. And I've got in trouble. I've got in trouble. I had a local council email me, telling me they were going to sue me if I didn't take something off. Fuck them.
I'm sure can't fucking sue you.
I didn't do it. And I'd have people, they take one for the team. They get banned off it.
They don't care.
They don't care.
That's what you call a fucking martyr.
Oh no, it's fair funny. But the whole media thing, I think it's crazy. And people get worked up over nothing. And I do. Did you watch Late Late last night?
I watched the start of it, yeah.
Was it good?
Sure.
What do you think of the Ryan Tubridy thing?
Again, I'm not up to date with it. Like, what's the story? Ryan Tubridy got payments that he didn't know about? Or that he didn't declare?
Ryan Tubridy people were taking pay cuts in RTE.
Yeah.
But his manager and RTE and him done a sort of a deal where it looked like he took a pay cut, but really he was getting the difference made up by outside sponsors.
Okay.
So he was making still loads of money.
What's the problem?
No problem, right? He's definitely not. Yeah, it was probably a bit shady on RTE's behalf, right?
Well, like, if Ryan Tubridy's worth his money.
Yeah, but you see, it's our money. So if taxpayers' money, we're supposed to know what he's paying. Like, personally, I'm there. No way should he be vilified for make your money. And if you're worth it, get it. But if you watch the way, what really surprised me is RTE absolutely threw him to the fucking hounds.
Of course they did.
Oh, they threw him to the hounds. And all the people jumped on it.
What I love is the bit, like, he's supposed to pay it back now.
No way. I'd say he wouldn't have to. He's just doing it because he
When there's talks, like they're saying he has to pay it back, we can't. He can't pay it back because he's not working.
Well, if I was him, I wouldn't pay back.
Oh, fuck no.
Fuck that. No, but it just goes to show. If I was working for RTE, I wouldn't. I think they're a shower.
We needn't worry about that.
No, we needn't worry about that. But none of them have any integrity
Yeah.
because we have to be.
But yes, you have to be.
Yeah.
Because you can't. It's hard to be in society and not.
But it's different now. Do you not notice the change? Like, look at the polarization of everyone. Like, did you ever think you'd see the day where you'd see so many people disagreeing in such basic things? If you can't agree on just basic things,
Go on. Explain.
a man can have a baby.
No, I can't.
Mick. Yes, they can. Case in point.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
That's just a basic thing. That's just a basic thing. And it's like you're considered to have hate in you if you bring up certain things. It's like if a girl...
That's the sickening thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like if a girl thinks it's a boy or a boy thinks it's a girl. Grand. Let a girl think it's a boy and a boy think it's a girl.
Mm.
But there is no situation where a child should be given hormones at 12, 13, 14 years of age to push that along.
No.
You know, like if they want to do stuff like that when they're 18, 19, 20, when they can vote, when they can drink, when they can do it. But if you have doctors and stuff pushing that on, that's scary. I think that's scary.
Yeah.
But if I was to say that, and there's probably people when they hear this, if they hear it, they're going to say, "You fucking bigot." That's their choice. Sure, look at. Do you know what? You knew me when I was that age. Imagine if I had got away with the things I wanted to do. We're all fucking lunatics.
Yeah.
And everyone changes. It's like, I'm not the same now as I was 5-6 years ago, or I was 10 years ago. But imagine if you made decisions medically that changed you for the rest of your life. There's no go back. There's no come back from it. And they're doing that with children. They're giving them hormone blockers. That's scary.
Yeah, which I suppose their parents is agreeing to it or pushing it.
Oh. Because there's, like, I'm drinking that Kool-Aid. That's not a nice Kool-Aid to be drinking. Well, do you drink that off?
No, I don't drink it off.
Do you notice the difference?
Jesus, there's some cut in that towards the other one.
You think that's stronger?
Oh, yeah, I would say so.
This?
Mm.
You think the Connacht whiskey is stronger? Well, we're going to see now whether the Connacht whiskey is stronger.
It's the taste that like, Jesus, the other one slides down.
Well, alcohol on the Ballykeef is 46%. And this one is 47.
I don't think my palate's that finely tuned now.
Well, they're actually really, really close. What's this one?
47, is it?
What's this one? 40.
40?
Yeah.
That must be lie.
We've a lot of whiskey drinks.
We've a lot to go.
Who's the biggest dickhead you ever worked for?
I never worked for a dickhead.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Are you ready?
Go on.
You have to answer.
Yeah. Go on.
Right. What's your first vivid childhood memory?
Near drowning.
Oh.
Yeah. Like in the metal bridge. You know, the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were kids, we had a front wheel tube of a tractor. And we were getting stuck upside down in it. And I wasn't happy about it.
Who was there?
John, cousin.
Was it John's fault?
No, it wasn't John's fault. John's fault. I survived it.
He saved you.
He spun me around. I think he was wondering what was wrong with me, and he just kind of spun me around. But I was upside down in the fucking thing.
So are you afraid of water sense?
Yeah.
Genuinely?
Oh yeah.
So you don't go to the pool?
No. No.
Fuck. I didn't know that. I'm after learning something new today. You did actually tell me that before, but I forgot. If you could make one phone call to heaven, who would you call?
I hear you asking that question, and I think about it all the time. I can't even answer to myself because I'm lucky.
That's cool.
I haven't.
Not great for your granny.
Possibly.
Is home for you a place or a feeling?
Again, like I hear you ask this question all the time.
You're a real politician.
I know, I do. I suppose the feeling. Well, it was like the last day I asked it, where are you most comfortable having to shy?
Yeah.
That's in my own house.
Where you are now?
Yeah.
Not in Killinure?
No.
I loved your house in Killinure.
I love Killinure.
Love going into it. It was the most homely house ever. Used to go in there once we got past the initial. I know you loved it. I fucking hated that dog.
Yeah, that dog's dead a long time.
He was so aggressive.
He was aggressive.
What an aggressive terrier.
Yeah.
And then when you'd walk in, he was so nice. And you loved him and your father, and he was so. And then he used to look at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If your life was a movie, which scene would you replay over and over?
There's so many.
Well, give me your top few. Die out the window.
The die out window. Look, it depends on the outlook, isn't it? Like, I mean, you can say the kid's been born.
This is an awesome thing when the kids are born.
It is fair. Like,
There's very little matches to it.
no, like I remember when Mia born, and like, Jesus, it's your first child. Everything's all new to you, and it's fucking scary. But I just remember, we'd say like, they do skin to skin or whatever, and you they leather up on top of you, and you're kind of just there, half afraid to touch them. They're so delicate and so on, and she just grabbing my little finger with her whole hand, like.
Yeah.
But they're fairly.
They're mine.
They are fairly cool.
Just that feeling when they just come out. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, although when Millie was born, it was more scary.
Was it?
Yeah. She had cord wrapped around her neck. So it was a bit more
Dramatic.
yeah. Yeah, it was. It wasn't like when she came out, they took her.
Did you ever get give out to
When?
by the nurses?
No. What you do?
So, when Lily was born
Right.
and the baby comes out, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful feeling. But you don't know what's going on.
No clue.
You're like, you're just a spare prick.
You're fair useless.
So
you know
bad.
the way you see it on all the movies and everything, and they're breed and all this. You're useless.
Yeah. And you're kind of in awe of your woman.
Absolutely.
Because you're there. Oh, I can't believe they just did that.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And there's this new life there and you love it. And you don't know why you love it.
Yeah.
Why do I love this thing so much? And then they brought the baby over and they clean it up. And in the meantime, I didn't know that the placenta and stuff has come out. So as I turn around, they're pulling out the placenta and they drop it on this thing. And I go, what the fuck is that? Is that her lung? And she told me to shut up. And she was right, but I freaked out. I had a freak out. I didn't know what it was. It looked like a lung.
Yeah. It's weird.
Weird. But let me see. Would you like yourself if you met yourself?
Yeah. Why not? I'd be fair quite standoffish.
Did you get
I like to figure things out slowly. Slowly.
Do you ever meet people and hate them instantly?
I won't say I hate him. There's people I do you know that you just can't grey into someone? You don't know why, but you just can't grey into him.
Who's the last person that you couldn't grade? Oh my goodness.
Gary. I can never grade that break.
Which Gary?
You're Gary.
Oh yeah. You're right though.
I could never understand why. I just I don't know.
Yeah, you were spot on. What's something that you're holding on to that you need to let go?
Fuck. Just I don't know.
That's good. Do you know chocolate and whiskey is nice?
I've heard that before.
Right.
No, I don't like eating when I'm drinking.
Oh, for fuck's sake, will you try the chocolate with the whiskey? You didn't answer the question.
Yeah, I know. I something that I'm holding on to that I need to let go of.
Yeah.
I honestly don't like. I don't even know where to begin with that.
We'll live for the next podcast. I'll write down.
No,
I'll write down the next one. I'm going to catch you on that. Right. Would you rather be hated for being yourself or loved for being someone else? Well, that's an easy one for you. You don't give a fuck whether you're not.
Not really, but everyone's going to answer that the one way. Even though they try their damnedest to be liked.
I think that's a question most people lay on.
Yeah.
I think there's very, very, very few people are themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Very few are themselves, but everyone will say they are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're 100% not. They're definitely not.
Yeah.
Who brings you the most happiness in your life?
Outside family, or like obviously your family brings you the most happiness.
Yeah.
They bring you the most hardship
Of course.
as well.
But that's part of it.
Yeah, but that's part of it. But they do bring you the most happiness. You know, like what do you call it? Like we went to Disneyland. That was brilliant.
You actually really loved that holiday.
I really loved that holiday.
And you weren't expecting to love it.
No,
So what made you love it?
I don't know.
Your kids are at a good age as well.
Yeah, they are. They're a good age for that.
They're not hardship. Well, like they're all like clever.
Yeah. They're all up and going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed that holiday.
You had a lot of babies at one time.
Well, sure, I had 3 babies.
Three small babies.
Yeah. So I had 3 under 3.
Do you miss that?
Fuck no. No. Like, I don't know. Like, how do you mean miss it?
Like when
I miss them. I do miss them being babies. Because they're not babies anymore.
No, they're not babies. Do you ever do you still look at them as your babies?
Of course. Yeah.
Even the
Absolutely.
eldest one.
Yeah.
I'm the same with Lily. And the older she gets,
And even maybe more so the eldest.
yeah,
Yeah.
isn't that mad? It's so weird. That throws me off. Something shocking. Do you think things happen for a reason, or do we find reasons after they happen?
I do think we find a lot of reason after it happens.
Yeah.
I do. I think we make excuses or reasons, whatever you want to call them.
To justify everything.
Yeah, for things that happen.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Would you be very religious?
I'm not very religious, but I'd be a mass goer. I do go to mass very regular.
Do you
I go to mass, say with your mother.
do you chat to God during the week
No.
before you go to bed?
No. Like, I don't. I wouldn't pray. I'm not very religious. I do go to mass. I mean, you know, you get the kids to get the communion, confirmation, the usual thing. I don't think you can just land for the day. I don't get why people are so against religion, but have to get their confirmation and have to get their communion and have to get christened and all that.
It's weird.
I don't. Hey, whatever they want to do, I don't care. But I don't see why. Like, you know people, and I know people that are so against religion, but will fill the church in on the
big days.
On the big days. Like, I'm not against it. I'm not. You know, I'm not down on my knees praying every day or anything. But to each their own, and whatever. But I don't see the point in going the big day.
Have you ever had a religious experience?
What would that be now?
Well, like, have you ever felt close to God? Have you ever had a spiritual experience?
Jesus, you're confusing me even more. No. What, like, did it never happen that I can put down to God?
Yeah.
Everything?
That's a good answer. Do you trust anyone with your life?
Yeah.
Who?
I give you a fair shot.
And what about your family?
Yeah. That kind of goes out
Goes without saying. Would you get on fierce about everyone in your family still?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And you have a good relationship with your mother and father.
Yeah.
Your father's a gas man. He's some man. I think it'd be terrible if we didn't just give him a little bit of like, your father is what age?
81.
He's 81. And would it be?
My father is 3 weeks younger than your father.
Yeah. And would it be unheard of that if I said to you he was on a saw this week, could he have been on a saw?
Absolutely.
It's fucking funny.
Or a quad bike.
Yeah. It is mad.
Or a push bike. Or a tractor.
He's in some shape for now, lad.
He is, yeah. Yeah.
You can't last forever.
Jesus, I tell you, I do well if it lasts as long as him.
He's in some shape. Will he go for a few pints every night?
No, not every night now, but he'll get a couple of pints 3 or 4 nights a week.
Be in the pub tonight?
I don't know. Saturday night he probably would, yeah. Unless there's something going on. Because he's not a man for a crowd.
I'm not a man for a crowd myself.
Yeah, if there's something going on, he won't be there.
When was the last time you shit yourself?
Well, as a lorry driver, you have a lot of near misses.
It is easy having near miss.
Yeah. But the last full on was after cider.
So of course it is.
Yeah. Never drank cider since. And yeah, I was 16. Staying in a hotel. Christmas party.
Oh God. Do I remember that?
No, you weren't there.
Why was I not there?
It was Roy Ashmore's Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so drunk. And I went into the toilet to go to the toilet, but I fell in through the side of the shower.
and shit yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone, Mick.
Sure, Lisa was in the shower.
Do you think it's weird what I do?
Oh, yeah. I think it's fair fucking weird. Like when I go anywhere with you and people stopping us and, you know, getting selfies and jeez, I couldn't put up with that.
But yeah,
It's bad enough now when I drive Glory down the road. People fucking flashing and saluting and I say, who's that?
but it's mostly really sound people to follow me.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's not the same as but no, it's like
But like I like going under the radar.
yeah, I know. And you see, it's easy for me because Garrett does say it to me because Garrett would go out. Garrett and Greg would go out an awful lot more than I do because I'm not. I don't like going out. I'm not very. I don't want to say.
Garrett goes out a good bit.
Garrett goes out a good bit. So Garrett would find it a lot harder than I would because I don't see anyone.
Yeah.
And I don't go to places like nightclubs. You're never going to see me in a nightclub.
Like even where were we?
Or the Stags. I had to go back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stags.
Yeah. Nightclubs are not a good place for me.
What was that last? Was it Dara Stag? Carrigan Shannon?
Chippies.
No, it wasn't Chippies. It was Dara's.
Was it Dara? Yeah, it was too.
Yeah. Dara Stag in Carrigan Shannon. Remember the Sunday? We put in the Sunday going around town drinking, talking to all the people.
Yeah.
That was as good a day as drinking.
It was great crack.
That was brilliant crack.
Yeah.
And they were all
Dead
great
time.
crack.
Yeah.
They were great crack.
What happens is when people get messy, you see, at night time, if you're after doing a whole day's drinking, if you're in a nightclub, that's when you're at your messiest.
Yeah.
And people then are excited.
Yeah.
And you're there thinking it gets very intense. And I don't like being in that situation.
Yeah.
And then I have to go home and you feel like you're wrecking it on everyone because you're there with people and there's crowds around and you're there thinking, I'm wrecking this on everyone, I'm going back to the hotel.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do. I just retreat to the hotel, have a massive wank and go to bed.
Yeah. Like the Saturday night. Yeah, all the people come around and like people that come around here and chat and stuff. That's grand. In the linger.
To stay hanging. It's just the odd one.
It's only the odd one.
The ones I don't like are the ones that want you to do stuff for their business and
Yeah, sure, they're just pricks.
and they feel like they can buy you. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Because at this stage people have to know that it just doesn't really fly with me. Imagine all the people that I want to buy me won't buy me. It's like
That's the ones with money.
Yeah, like I don't need love. Imagine like if John Deere came to me, John Deere Forestry, and they were there. Right, David, you're going to be our brand ambassador because you're doing it anyway.
Well, you fucking are.
And I'm at a stage in my life where I can't wait to do podcasts with people that change my mind about stuff. And the people that I want to talk about the most, I can't get on. The people
are the type of people.
No, the type of people, the people I want the most, I can't get on. I could get loads of famous people on. I could get loads of people that want to sell a business or sell something. Like if you watch podcasts, most podcasts now is someone selling something.
Right.
Right? I want to talk to Johnny down the road. Like I know a lad down in Galway. I'm not going to give too much of his name, but he fucking shit hot mechanic in Galway, and he's fixing cars, sports cars, and fucking stuff, and he's shit hot. And he's just a real quiet lad. He doesn't want to be fucking promoting himself around. And he's very quiet. He's like you and me. We just keep to ourselves.
He's enough work.
He's enough work. But he's one interesting bastard. So he's fixing Porsches and Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and then he's going in at night and he's reading novels, sci-fi novels, and I'm there. This is one interesting motherfucker. He's not going to come on. Why would he? Right, Johnny down the road.
He doesn't need to.
No, Johnny down the road does underwater welding.
I don't need it.
Huh?
I don't need
No,
that.
you don't need to. But a lad that does underwater welding. Everyone does the same thing. They go, well, I have nothing to talk about. Because he's very same as us. But he does underwater welding. Do you do underwater welding?
Fuck no.
No. How?
I don't do a fucking in-jet
But
welding.
how much would you like to know how a lad gets into that?
Oh, I would like to know. That would interest me.
Yeah, it interests me.
Yeah.
He's not going to come on. Or it's very hard to get him on.
Yeah.
So it's like, these are the people I'm trying to get on. It's like, because I want to know that. They're the things I want to know.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to know why someone's, it's the stuff that interests me. I have a lad I know that's a pilot and he flying airplanes from one end of the year to the other, but because he does be under pressure, he's drawn in silage and corn and fucking working his bollocks off. I want to talk to him. But you see, normal people don't make noise. And I want to hear them. Because when I was a young lad, I wish I could have heard podcasts. I wish when I was a young lad I could have heard podcasts.
Yeah, well, I mean, we listened to radio.
Not the same.
Yeah, but radio was good.
It wasn't as good as podcast. You could narrow your focus now. What's your hardest part of your day?
Once I get up in the morning, that's...
Because everything's automatic after that.
Yeah. I don't mind getting up though.
No.
I don't class that as...
But you know your job.
Yeah.
And I think that a huge problem nowadays is you have people like me and people like you. We know our jobs. We know what we're worth. We even know that the people that are employing us can't really are doing well to be able to pay us in the economy that it is.
Yeah.
So we're all willing to work with that. But do not sicken my hole. That's all I'm asking. Don't nitpick. Don't sicken me hole. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my best for you in the time that I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to break anything. I'm going to do my job. Fuck off. Don't be sickening me hole.
Yeah.
And I think that's what most people that stay in jobs for a long time, it's not because they get offered money. You get offered money all the time. But you're there thinking, he's probably a prick. And I just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I think a lot of company owners have to figure out. Look after lads. Because they're not out there.
No.
And they're not coming up either.
Well, like, there's, sure, hey, it's on the whole time. Like, you know, the average age of lorry drivers is going up and up and up. Same with, like, the timber machines. There's no one to do it.
No one to do it.
There's, like, when I go around from wood to wood and you got different contractors and everything, like, there's very little younger than I am driving machines.
And a very hard sell to someone. You know, if you're trying to sell it to someone.
You would imagine though it'd appeal more to the younger man, we'll say before they're settled or anything.
Very hard to sell it to anyone now. So if you're trying to sell a job, and the normal job now, you hear it all the time, these 37 hours.
Yeah, I know.
These 37, 38 hours. Could you imagine going to anyone in our industry and saying, well, I'm going to give you a good 37 hours, 38 hours.
I mean...
It's half a week for us.
Like, are they... Yeah, but we're wrong.
We're wrong. But if you're...
Because like when you say to me a week's work, I'm there like 55, 60 hours.
Yeah, me too.
That's the, you know, that's the line.
But if you're an uneducated young man that isn't going to be a doctor and isn't going to be, when I say uneducated, I mean as in you don't have your test pass and you don't have a college degree, you can have the option to make 2 weeks' wages in one, but you will work 2 weeks in one. But the option is there.
Yeah.
So if you're
they don't take it.
No. So if you're sitting there, I want, but you're not willing to go, well, I have to do this to get that.
Yeah.
But they won't do that.
Yeah, but is it that they don't seem to have to? Because, you know, like every time you open a news article on the phone or whatever, it's all about, you know, why can't we get a house? And we, you know, all I want is a house. And they expect to be given the house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get it. Like like when I hear people in Dublin, they can't afford a house, but they won't move out of Dublin. And then you have people that, and maybe they are right and we're wrong. You know, if you're there, I want to make this much money in 37, 40 hours. And you're there, right, okay, but for the first few years, if maybe do 60. You don't have any kids? Maybe do 70. What would you, like, imagine if we didn't have kids. If you didn't have a family, how much money would you be making? Because we did it.
We've done it, yeah. And hey,
we're no better off, by the way.
None.
But we had fun.
Honestly, I don't know why I've done my money. That's true.
We spent it.
Yeah.
That's
I definitely spent it because I don't have it.
We definitely spent it. But we were able to do that.
Yeah.
We were able to go out and we weren't spending our mother's money or our father's money.
No.
And we often spent ludicrous amount of money a weekend. But it was our own money.
It was, yeah.
Like definitely you could throw away 8-9 years where we just, it was scary.
There is no memories.
And it was just drinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's normal life. But we did it ourselves.
We did, yeah.
It didn't cost anyone money. Only ourselves.
Yeah.
It's a different thing.
I suppose, yeah.
Than going to college and fucking raping your mother and father financially. Knowing that it's something that you don't really want. And if you...
That's the killer, isn't it?
That's the killer. And I think that actually affects young people. I think it hurts their feelings. Because they know they're doing, it's not for them.
It's fucking everything hurts their feelings.
I know, but they have to know it's not for them. But our society's telling them, no, unless you go down this route, this is the route. This is the route you have to go.
Do you ever feel, you probably don't, but you know when people start talking about, you know, where you went to college or what book you're reading and all this sort of crack?
Yeah.
I'm fucking lost there. Lost.
But you wouldn't mind saying you didn't go to college?
No, I don't care. Sure, didn't go.
I was told in school I was going to be a waster. I'd never have nothing. In my class. You know my class.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah. But...
And I was that close to being a waster. With all the options there for me.
It's amazing. Like, in life, what you might think is the simplest decision.
It's the fucking hardest.
No, but like, what could have been a simple... I mean, you know, people that made simple decisions just to say, oh, yeah, sure, we go there or you do this and something happened and the whole thing changes. Everything changes. You know? It's funny. You know, things turn on a split-second decision. You
never thought of going foreign?
I never thought of going foreign. I mean, we went to Sweden, we went to France. I would have done a blast at the concrete too. Remember we went to Latvia and...
Cleaning out the pipes?
Yeah. Poland.
That was interesting.
Turkey. Yeah. That was... But they were only like, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time.
And you had your kids and all that at that time. That was actually tough.
Well, the first time I went was myself and Mike Down went to Latvia. And we drove out to Lurry. That's actually the only time I ever drove out on the continent. We took his lorry out to Latvia and took all the machines with us. And we were out there for 26 days.
How long did it take to drive out there?
I can't really remember. I can't really remember now. It took longer than it needed to be. I think we had no great experience. And Mike was after buying this fucking top of the range sat nav. Top of the range. What was it? Snooper. And it had he had the box of it.
Sounds pervy.
Snooper. But he had the box of it, and it had all the maps. I remember leaving Ballabreath, the yard in Ballabreath, with a load of stuff. And of course, two of us was driving, like two of us his licenses or whatever. So we heading up the road, it was brilliant. Told you which lane to be in and everything. Going from Dublin into the port, into England, the whole job law. Boat out of England, over to France. Turned on sat-nav. No European maps.
Fuck off.
No. you had to pay extra. You had to have them downloaded or something. With nothing.
Typical.
Now, Mike was after being in France. Drawn to timber. So, we're okay through France. He had maps. Went France, Belgium, Germany. But yeah, it was it was a bit of a...
I'll never forget driving to the Czech Republic.
I didn't go, yeah, you went. I didn't go.
Fucking horrible drive. Why are the police so crooked?
This is driving in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like going from Germany, like every fucking stop. Now, hey, my employer again, no fucking search for anything, no search for aisles, trailers fucking took off because we had to pay everyone. But every time they stopped us, we had something wrong. And the only thing that solved it was
Money.
50 euro notes.
Yeah.
It's like 50 euro, 50 euro, 50 euro. Crooked bastards.
Yeah.
So I'd be nervous driving in them places now after that because I had a bad experience. But now, if I was to look back, the Jeep was probably a fucking mess. Everyone was a mess.
Yeah.
Trailers with nothing right on them. Stuff hanging out of them everywhere. Paddy the Irishman coming across thinking that he doesn't have to adhere to any laws. I can imagine it didn't go down well with him. But I suppose, Mick, that's the first of our many podcasts that we're going to do together. If you get your finger out your hole. Think of all the fine whiskies that we can eat here and drink.
Yeah.
And we just have to get that one, or we have to get gotten in.
Yeah.
Gotten has to be got in.
You bring Gotten, you have to bring Gara.
Fuck then.
They go hand in hand though.
Well, they go fucking hand in hand. Absolutely. Well, thanks a million. And say hello to everyone and goodbye as well at the same time.
Hello and goodbye. Good looking. Fuck you.
Good luck. Fuck yeah. Good luck.